Moving on now, China's most ambitious infrastructure project to date is the Belt and Road Initiative. It connects Asia, Europe and Africa. But what exactly are the benefits of the initiative for African countries, both directly and indirectly? Well, CGTN's Thuli Tshabalala spoke to Professor Peter Kagwanja from the Africa Policy Institute in Nairobi about the collaborative enterprise.
Would you describe China's role on the African continent as a positive contribution?
The truth of the matter is that Africa does not think a minute that China is a power that is coming to colonize Africa. In fact, for most of us who have been studying the economies of Africa for many years, China is a liberating power.
Over 60 countries have signed on to the Belt and Road Initiative. It's supposed to be linking Asian countries, European and African countries. On the Maritime Silk Road route, which African countries are going to be a part of it and how will they benefit economically?
This Silk Road would link all the regions which we today define as, Eastern Africa or the Indian Ocean seaboard. And these are the countries that are going to benefit from the Maritime Silk Road. But begin to imagine that this is basically an idea that itself is growing. It is not a static idea that we're moving from point A to point B. Since the construction of the Mombasa-Nairobi Railroad, the SGR Railway, one of the most successful investment by China in Africa so far, it is expected to go all the way and hit the Marava border with Uganda, and then the Ugandans will take it from there and move to their own border, and Rwanda will pick it from there to their own city Kigali, and we hope that DR Congo will pick it from there to the Congo Brazzaville, and from Congo we hit the Atlantic. The Asian Chinese and the Asian Africans never imagined a road moving from east to west. And that is China's innovation. British imperialists, led by Cecil Rhodes, imagined a road moving from Cape Town to Cairo. For them, it was a south-north. For China, it is east-west road.
Is it likely that the Belt and Road Initiative will have a ripple effect on other African countries that don't have significant China projects?
We've seen South Sudan linking itself with the Kenyan transport system. Traditionally, South Sudan would export its products through Port Said in the Red Sea. I think that's going to continue. But if you look at the Djibouti-Addis Ababa Railway, its destination is actually Juba. It will link up with Juba and possibly link up with Kampala and Kigali, and then carve down again and get the Kenya SGR Railway and link up with Kenya, particularly northern part of Kenya. Therefore, although it would appear that the SGR Railway is an investment in Kenya, or the Djibouti-Ethiopia Railway is meant to link the two countries, the multiplier effects of these investments go beyond the intended investment territories.
A peaceful continent will contribute to the success of the Belt and Road Initiative because there needs to be security to protect the investment market. Will China's defense role on the continent change?
It would be foolhardy for China to invest so much resources in Asia, Africa and Latin America, and not to be involved in the question of the stability of the countries. So I don't see necessarily China's heavy military involvement. I see more of the involvement of its technologies of soft power. By technologies of soft power, you mean extending people-to-people relationships. And people-to-people relationship might also imply relationship between the Chinese defenses and the African defenses. Not necessarily to organize wars or how they are going to stabilize these certain areas, but to share experiences on how do you ensure stability, peace and security in certain zones.